Okay guys, welcome back. In this episode we're doing a 4-month review of night transportation, and we're going to go over my final paycheck and go over all of the money I made and how much I was paid during these 4 months at night transportation. So we're going to get into the spreadsheet right away. Let's go. Okay, it's spreadsheet time. Okay, we're going to do this from a car because I don't have a place yet. So I rented a car and that's where we're going to do it right now. So let's go. For the final week at night transportation, we did 6 loads, and in those 6 loads, we got 4,122 miles. We got 3 hours of detention, and we were paid $2,026.52 for an average of 52 cents per mile. So this week is juiced, so there's an extra 2 loads in here. Screwing this all up. There's an extra 2 loads in here. These 2 right here. I wasn't gonna make a whole nother week for 2 loads, so I'm playing at the World Series this month, and I just stopped driving for now, and I wasn't gonna make a whole new week just for 2 loads. So this weekend is a little bit juiced, but I think that's fine because the first week at night transportation was short, so but I counted it as a whole week. So this week being a little long, I think it's fine. So that brings our overall to 36,860 miles. We were paid a total of $19,803.17 for an average of 54 cents per mile. That does include things like layover and detention. We're averaging 2,106 miles per week, and our average paycheck is $1,131.61 for the same rate per mile. If we were to continue this for 52 weeks, we would get 109,526 miles and be paid $58,843.71 at the same rate per mile. This is gross pay. Days of employment, we've been employed at night transportation for 137 days. We've taken 12 days off. We've had 23 days of layover, 10 hours of detention, and between layover and detention, we've been paid $1,776, which is the birthday of the United States. Happy birthday, America. Days on duty. So we've been on duty for 125 days, and we were paid $158.43 per on-duty day on average. So on-duty day is any day driving, any day in layover, and any day at maintenance. Days driving, so this is the total amount of days that we just spent on the road driving, and we weren't in maintenance, we weren't taking a day off, we weren't having layover, we weren't having any of that. And it's 102 days, and we average $194 per day while we were actually driving. Average load length is 534 miles. Average miles we get on duty is 295, and the average miles we get while actually driving, so every driving day, we get 361 miles. Okay, yeah, so that's that. I mean, that's basically overall, guys, that's what you're going to get as a company driver at night transportation. My pay is a few cents higher than if you're brand new, so just take that into account. So maybe just minus about $2,000 or $3,000 from this number right here, so maybe like 56,000 or so if you're brand new. But yeah, that's the pay here at night transportation. I'll say this number is pretty low. I mean, there is a lot of layover here, and if I didn't get as much layover, the average would be higher, and I think this number would overall be higher in general. My mileage rate, my cents per mile, might be lower, but because, you know, it pays more to be driving, I think my weekly and my overall would be higher had, you know, there not been so many days of layover. Which was almost all maintenance, mind you. Of the 23 days here, 14 days were just maintenance days where they were just, a part was on order or something like that, just stuff like that. So, but yeah, there you have it, guys. That is the pay at night transportation. It's about 60,000-ish, 55, 60,000-ish, depending on how hard you run and depending on the market. When I first started this vlog, I think I said I would make somewhere between 55 and 60,000 per year, and yeah, I hit the nail right on the head. So $58,843, pretty damn close to what I said initially. And you know, again, If you're brand new, you get about 3 cents less per mile, so maybe more like 55 or 56. So just take that into account. But then again, the market's bad, and maybe you actually do make something like this, or 60 or more, or, or whatever. And it doesn't matter where you go. If you're brand new, if you go to Swift, if you go to CRST, if you go to JB Hunt, if you go to any of the other mega carriers, which you're probably going to have to go to unless you're one of the very special people who has a hookup and can go straight into a high-paying truck driving job, almost everyone watching this, if you're brand new, you're going to have to do your time at a mega carrier. And this right here, right there, that's going to be your pay, roughly speaking. It's going to be about that no matter where you go. But yeah, a little over 4 months at Knight Transportation as a company driver. Now we're going to try a lease. Taking some time off. Going to play in the World Series before we get into the lease. I've been in contact with the coordinator, so on the next vlog I'll have more information, I think. And yeah. So there was the pay at Knight Transportation. That was a little over 4 months of pay. I kept track of everything I earned here and kept track of every mile I drove. And yeah, hope you guys found that useful. Hope you found it insightful. And now I wanted to go into just a review of Knight Transportation. So I've been here 4 months currently, but I actually started at Knight Transportation. So for the new viewers, I started at Knight Transportation, left the company for a little while to go work at another company, and then came back to Knight Transportation to try their lease. When I first started at Knight Transportation, I worked for a little over a year, and then I went to another company for a little less than a year, and then came back here, and I've been here for about 4 months. I might be screwing those numbers up just a little bit, but something along those lines. So I've been at Knight Transportation for, we'll say, maybe a year and a half in total, but I just came back. But nothing's changed all that much, really. So calling it a 4-month review, but I've been here a little over a year. So doing the pros and cons of why come to Knight Transportation. The biggest one, and the biggest reason of why you might want to consider Knight Transportation is you're brand new. Knight Transportation will train you. They'll pay for your CDL school. You do have to stay with them for, I think, 6 or 9 months or something like that. And they'll put you on a road without, well, they'll train you, and then after they train you, they'll put you on the road. So, they'll cover you with insurance, they'll cover you with everything. And yeah, that's the #1 reason why you might consider Knight Transportation. You're brand new. And if you're brand new, you're going to have to do your time at a mega carrier. Unless you get some very unique deal, like your uncle has a trucking fleet and hires you or something like that. For 99% of the people listening to this, if you're brand new, you're going to have to do at least a year at a mega carrier, and Knight Transportation is a mega carrier. So as far as the pros go, that's the biggest pro. They will hire you if you are brand new and have no truck driving experience whatsoever. Second pro for Knight Transportation is probably the terminal locations. So there's terminals all over the United States in most of the major cities in the United States. So no matter where you are, if you want to work for Knight Transportation, there's probably a terminal relatively close to you, probably within a couple hours, I would say, usually. Not for everyone, but for most people, there is probably a terminal within a couple 100 miles of you. I would say for probably 95% of the population of the United States, there's a terminal pretty close to you. So if you wanted to try getting into trucking and you wanted a terminal nearby, well, Knight Transportation probably has a terminal pretty close to you. And with those terminals, after you get hired on, you'll have access to them. So I'm based out of Las Vegas, but I can access any terminal in the United States. So whether it's, Fontana, Portland, anywhere in Texas, there's a couple there, Florida, all of their terminals are accessible. So, which is really handy, especially in places like California, because there's no parking there. But for instance, Fontana Yard in Los Angeles area, well, Fontana, California specifically, but yeah, I've stayed there quite a lot and utilized that lot quite a lot. And it's always nice to have those terminals that you can park in and get a shower and do whatever. So big benefit there is the terminals. Again, linked to the terminals is the routes. So if you're looking for dedicated routes, or maybe a home daily route, or a regional route, or over the road route, night transportation can generally accommodate. The home daily routes, you need some experience usually to get into those, but sometimes they can accommodate if you're kind of new. It just depends on what they have, right? What that specific terminal has, whether they can accommodate you getting home daily. If you're brand new, though, I wouldn't expect that. But I do know some guys here in Las Vegas, for instance, that do have their home daily, and that's pretty common in whatever terminal you're in. Night transportation can generally accommodate you if you want to be home daily once you have some experience. If you're brand new, though, you're probably not going to get those home daily routes. You have to do your time over the road, which it's all fair in my opinion. Another benefit of night transportation is the flexibility. So right now I asked to take a bunch of time off to play in the World Series of Poker, and they didn't even question it. They just said, okay, yeah, how much time you want off? I said, well, probably quite a while. I'm going to give you back the truck, and then just keep me on your books, basically is what I said to them. And they're just like, sure. Like, there wasn't even a question at all. They just said, yeah, go ahead, go right ahead, was basically their response. So yeah, that's a big plus, the fact that I can just take off a month basically or more, and they don't even question it. They don't even care. They're good with it. So huge advantage there. So that's always nice. Second one is maybe you're just looking for some simple, easy, dedicated route, or just some simple work that night transportation can accommodate. Maybe you're just wanting some sort of dedicated route. Maybe there's a terminal in your city that you live right next to or something like that, and it's just a convenient place. And yeah, basically convenience. That would be another reason why you might come to night transportation. You're just looking for a convenient route, and you figure night transportation can probably accommodate, which it probably can, so you come here. And the third reason, maybe you're trying to lease, which is kind of what that's the category I'm in. So to be clear here, I could definitely go to another place and get paid a lot more, 100%. And should the lease not work out, I might consider that. But in reality, the way I see it, the market is trash right now. It's absolute trash right now. And I don't mind working for a mega carrier during a trash market. Like, I'm okay with that for right now. I definitely know I could be making more at another company, but for right now, with the terrible market, I'm okay just waiting it out at a mega carrier. I think that's fine for right now. If the market was booming, I don't think I'd be here. But because this market is so trash right now, that's why I'm here. And with that, waiting out this terrible market, I also wanted to try the lease program. Not because I think it's going to be some fantastic program that I make hundreds of thousands of dollars on, but because I'd like to try an owner-operator gig on training wheels, basically. That's the whole reason. That's the main reason I'm trying the lease program. Again, it's not to make $1 million. I know I'm not going to. I just wanted to get some owner-operator experience. Owner-operator. I know the difference between an owner-operator and a lease operator. So I want to get some owner-operator experience and wait out the trash market. That's basically why I'm here. That's probably 90% of it. And you know, if you wanted to try a lease, well, if you're watching this video, I'm gonna do it, and then if it works out, you can be the judge whether you're gonna do it. But yeah, trying a lease, I would say would be the third reason why you might work at night transportation, is because you want to try a lease, and night transportation has leases. So yeah, big three reasons. You're new, maybe you're looking for just a dedicated route or something like that, or you want to try a lease. The way I see it, those are the three main reasons why you might try night transportation. Now, if you're just searching for money, don't work here, right? If just money is the absolute #1 reason, don't work here. But if you're looking to gain experience, if you're looking for a convenient route, or if you're looking to try like a lease, then you might consider night transportation. So yeah, there you go. There's my 4-month review. Relatively positive review, I would say. I like night transportation. For a mega carrier, I'd say they're okay. right? For a mega carrier, I would say they're okay, and nothing too terrible to say about them. Actually, nothing terrible to say about them. The only downside is it's a mega carrier and it pays like a mega carrier. It pays like a mega carrier. There you go. Everything else, though, it's been okay. It's been okay. But that will do it for this episode. I just wanted to punch this one out. That'll be the last time you see that specific spreadsheet. I hope you liked it. I hope it added some transparency to the pay. That was all my numbers. There's no lie, no lies in that thing. I mean, if I was gonna lie, I'd make it better, right? So, yeah, those were my numbers, 100%. I hope you like those numbers, and yeah, when I go into a lease, I'll come up with another spreadsheet. I still haven't made the spreadsheet, so you know, when I get it, I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'll make a lease for when I start. I'll make a spreadsheet when I start the lease, and I'll keep track of my numbers in a very, very similar manner to what you just saw. And I hope that will be insightful for you. Hopefully that will be a useful bit of knowledge for you. Next video, I'm going to be doing a lease analysis. So I have the numbers. They provided me the numbers of the costs and the pay that you'll receive as a lease operator. So I have those numbers, and I should be able to make an estimate of what I think I'll make as a lease operator. And once I do that, I'll make a video of that, and I'll show you that. And I hope you guys will like that. But that will do it for this episode. If you liked it, please hit the like and subscribe button. And if you're interested in truck driving, there's a link down below in the comments section and in the about section. Just click that link, fill out your information, and a driver recruiter will get a hold of you. Thanks for watching.